digital age. Coming up, obvious passwords, a digitalized high school, and the sounds of Berlin. But first, robots are taking on ever more tasks once performed by humans. Many industrial production systems are now fully automated. So just how human can we expect a machine to get?
They walk, talk, and can even be charming.
Hello.
Great to meet you.
Some give their visitors a winning smile, always a good survival strategy. Man and machine are having close encounters at the London Science Museum. It can be an emotional experience, even a disturbing one. Robo-Thespian is a humanoid robot, one designed to be like a human being. That includes its communication style.
Coming face to face with a mechanical human has always been a little scary. Over the centuries, each generation experienced this afresh as new waves of technology heralded new robotic forms. That sense of unease, of something you cannot quite put your finger on, goes to the heart of our, or should I say your, long relationship with robots.
Robot is the name of an exhibition in London devoted to artificial intelligence. The broad range of AI creations is daunting. Over 100 humanoid robots are collected here. The oldest date back to the late Middle Ages. One is this mechanically praying monk.
Their movements were based largely on clockwork, so they were repetitive and predictable. They couldn't react with the real world as we do. But it's the basis on which a lot of modern-day robots were founded.
Some are cute, others fascinating, even eerie. Robots are increasingly populating the human world. But how much space can or should they be given?
To think about the benefits that this technology might bring to our society, but also the consequences, and to imagine what sort of future do we want with robots, because I think it is a big question for our society to have to think about, not just humanoid robots, but all robotic technologies.
Robots have already moved into many areas of modern life. They've become an indispensable part of industry and research. They're also popular as toys, or as actors on the big screen, or on stage.
With humanoid robots, there's this desire, I think, first of all, to build them for entertainment. I think we've always just been entertained by this idea of creating mechanical people. Humanoid robots is also a way of demonstrating our technological advancements. So the human body is amazingly complex, so trying to recreate it through technology available to us has always been a challenge for people.
But even the most advanced model androids still have a long way to go before they can replicate human capabilities.
There are so many moving parts, so there are 12,000 parts in this robot, and we have to make every one of them. And if one of them is wrong, nothing works. So it's extremely complicated.
Today's robots are no match for the complexity of the human being, but their development is accelerating by leaps and bounds.
Shift says, we are the robots. Time now for Shift ranking. This time, the most obvious passwords on the internet. In fifth place is 111111. A security firm in the United States confirms that this rather uniform series of numbers occurs with surprising frequency. It evaluated tens of millions of passwords. Even a plastic woodpecker could type 6 ones. These users must have nothing to hide. Coming in fourth is 12345678. We learned all about sequential cardinal numbers in maths class. But why count to 10 when 8 will do? Hackers, come right on in. Third is QWERTY. It's no challenge to type it on an English keyboard layout, and Shift is ready to rock. Not really. This one might even predate the whole computer age. A not surprising second builds on the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If 8 was too easy, 9 ought to leave hackers gasping for breath. Taking first, if 8 and 9 are too complicated, how about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? An astounding 17% of users secure their data this way. Next time, get help. And that was Shift's ranking. Now, a secondary school in Denmark is taking an innovative approach to teaching. Paper and pens have made way for laptops and tablets. The students work in groups and learn to take the initiative.
For 5 years now, teachers at the Ørestad High School in Copenhagen have been using digital learning tools. Instead of lugging piles of books, the students carry only their laptops. Sophie Gothske calls up the materials she needs from the cloud.
My teachers who's making this file puts all the topics in, the reading materials, the worksheets, and all the things we need to have in class.
The classrooms look more like conference spaces. The 1,200 students work independently, alone, or in groups. And they decide where in the building they want to be. The teacher's function is more to advise them. That took a bit of getting used to for many of the staff.
We have to rethink the way we teach, because most of our environments for teaching are what other people call classrooms, are not suited for traditional lecturing. Thank goodness, because I don't think the students liked it very much.
Sophie Gothske and some classmates are working on a history presentation, online primarily. But they'll give it in person. The hard part may well be to get the class to look up from their computer screens.
When I started first, I was having a hard time to focus, but it's our own duty to learn, and the teachers are there for help. So you can choose how much you want to learn.
There's an atmosphere of deep concentration everywhere in the school. Proficiency with modern media and digital content is in demand. Ørestad High School has a long waiting list. Sophie Gulsker's happy she got in. She knows digital learning is good preparation for a future career.
Shift says schools have a lot to learn.
Want to know more about the digital world? Then visit us on Facebook. Post your own comments and tell us what you think about the show. You'll also find our reports on Facebook, as well as other great discoveries. Plus, you can find out what the Shift team is up to. Follow us and be part of the action.
Castellserras in northeastern Spain has turned into a boomtown, building its economy on a variety of online shops that open new opportunities for the villagers.
Castellserras, rural Spain, population of just over 800. Outsiders rarely find their way here. There's not even a bus or train connection. The nearest larger towns are some 2 hours drive away. But these plain garage doors conceal busy packing stations. Castellserras has the highest concentration of online shops anywhere in Spain. One of the village's cyber merchants is Manuel Cruz. He ships PC accessories all over the world from his father's garage.
Selling over the internet makes it much easier for my wife and me to work from our own home. We work very well there.
It all started about 18 years ago with the farmer Ricardo Lopo. He was looking around for a new business idea and found one on the web. He started an online business selling knives and swords with zero prior experience with computers.
They had to explain what the www and the @ sign were. I didn't even know how to turn the computer on. I had to learn it all from scratch.
Now he even knows how to optimize search engines. A search for cuchillo, Spanish for knife, swiftly brings the user to his mail order shop. He ships his blades as far as Hawaii, Siberia, and Greenland. The online businesses have given Castellserras' economy a huge boost, which has been good for the community in many ways.
Many young people have been leaving the area, but the online shops have created economic prospects for the next generation.
Ricardo Lope, the sword dealer, set an example for Castellserás. Now the villagers sell almost everything online. Only the baker still makes deliveries in person.
Shift says, Viva el Internet! And as always, we leave Shift through the exit, our internet find of the week. This time, the sounds of Berlin. Some 3.5 million commuters hear these sounds daily. The subway squeals and rumbles beneath Germany's capital. Now, the orchestra of the Konzerthaus Berlin has interpreted the city's typical sounds. They've recorded the sounds of local sites in a series of videos. The noises made by a currywurst stand are music to some people's ears, and visitors quickly pick up the tune. It's refreshing. That's it. And next week, millions of Chinese are fans of 28-year-old Thomas Derksen, alias Afu Thomas, and his wife. They've become internet stars with their comedic takes on aspects of Chinese social life. A German video blogger in China next week on Shift.